Welcome back to the arena. I'm Miss, and with me is Ryload. And this is a match between Fraternity and Wormhole Society. So tell me about the Wormhole Society team, Ryload.
Okay, so Wormhole Society have brought double Leshak Armageddon, so the triple armor battleship core, and they seem to have dodged the ban somewhat, and they actually brought Thalias instead of the usual either Guardian or Oneiros. And, well, Fraternity, they all came at 0, and they all have short-range weapons, which usually means one thing.
They want to brawl, and they have two juicy Leshaks sitting 10 kilometers off them.
That is very unfortunate for them, because while I'd be very scared of Leshaks being 10 kilometers away from me, their entire team is 10 kilometers away from them. So I'm going to predict two things in 10 seconds. Either they're actually going to boost away, they're going to go past the Leshaks, or they're going to go for the Leshaks. Match starts now, so let's see what's going to happen.
I think they can just brawl them down, but let's see how they all react. As the match has begun and the Fraternity team is starting to burn in.
Yep,
I'm hitting the Leshak of Morty and Dikala. He's taking heavy damage.
It was the prediction was that they were. Well, I thought they were gonna go past him, but no, they're actually just gonna go straight in and try and brawl the Leshak down. There is so much damage on this team, but this Leshak is surviving surprisingly well, considering an entire Minmatar rush setup is on top of him. I just checked; these jackdaws are also rocket jackdaws, so they're putting as much damage as possible, squeezing out onto this Leshak. But he's actually very slowly going down. They need to kill a Nighthawk here, otherwise this Leshak is very slowly going down. They're splitting between the two Nighthawks. They shouldn't be doing this.
So after the combined shift changes, the Nighthawks can do over 1000 DPS with the hams, and this is the pain that the Leshak is feeling right now. It's like 2000 DPS of the Nighthawks alone, and then we have the broadswords, we have the jackdaws, we have the jaguar. It all adds up to a lot of pain.
Yeah, absolutely. And despite this Leshak slowly, it's agonizingly slow for this Leshak, but this Nighthawk is still tanking. I would have thought it would have died by now. Two Leshaks spooling up is probably hitting maybe 2000 DPS each on a Leshak, but it doesn't look like it. And this Leshak's going to go down without even a Nighthawk. Without a Nighthawk, this rush setup is doing work.
We see the other Leshak is actually burned into the Fraternity backline. It had a chance to shoot push off the scimitar, but it looks like it's burning back to the front line again and trying to break the Nighthawk.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't like this Armageddon. This Armageddon is way out in the pack. It should be going in, forcing the Simi off. That between the Simi and the Armageddon, he's probably like 60, 70 away. So this Simi is no problem repping this now. Now the damage is coming in. I don't know where that damage was coming on from the two Leshaks, but now it's coming in the other way. Jaguar going down for blue because he's probably too busy repping up his Nighthawk, but this Armageddon needs to go in. He needs to go in and stop brawling the Simi down, or at least force it off, because this Leshak is slowly going down and they don't have much time.
Yeah, the Armageddon is playing so defensive while the rest of the team is just dying. He should have had the newt on the scimitar for a long time ago. Like, they were spawning about 50 kilometers from each other. He could have neutered the scimitar right away. But
Absolutely.
He's so far away now.
Yeah, so the Armageddon has heeded my words and is not using his micro warp drive, but he is actually going towards the enemy blob. I'm hoping this Leshak might stabilize, but I don't think so. That Nighthawk did go down while you were talking, but I don't think it's enough. They need to kill this second Nighthawk real quick. There we go. The micro warp driving Armageddon. He's brawling in now, finally realizing his mistake, but too little too late, I think. They only have one battleship. They still have a Vedmak, Pontifex, and a Hecate worth of damage, but again, T2 resists. I think it's too late now. Yeah, Armageddon has been tackled.
They could barely break anything when they had the Leshaks, and now they have no Leshaks, and the Leshaks a majority of their DPS. So at this point, they're going to be really struggling. They do manage to bring a Jackdaw to low armor, and it's probably going to die, but it's just too late. They should have killed it earlier.
Absolutely. And finally, the Simi is like 50 off now. So he's going to be, whatever's being targeted now is going to have reduced reps. It can't stay near the Armageddon. Armageddon gets a new range bonus. Essentially, 40 kilometers around that Armageddon is a death zone for the Simi. So he has to stay out. Looks like red team, looks like they are actually going to try, one of the Pontifexes is actually going to try and scram the Simi off. But they should have been doing this 2-3 minutes ago when they were brawling in with the Leshaks. I'm not sure why they're doing this now, but for now, it looks like
would have killed the Scimitar, and then the fight would have been completely different. This is just poor target calling from the Wormhole Society team.
Absolutely, this Armageddon, he's very slowly going down. But they still have some damage. They have a Vedmak and they have a Heke, and they do have a Purifier. But I'm not sure. They're trying to go for a Jackdaw, and he will die. He is tackled off by the Pontifex, so he's going to have to slow bow in. This Armageddon is probably doing as much newts as possible on the. I think he's trying to nuke the Simi. All his newts are on the Simi. I'm not sure. He's in half armor now, so. And the Jackdaw is going down slowly.
So I'm just going to take a moment to go back and talk about the Warpins again, because the Wormhole Society team has staggered the different ranges with these Leshaks at 10. And this is really something you have to be careful with warping your ships in close, because if you face a rush setup, then you just end up losing your DPS, exactly like happened here.
Yeah, and the damage didn't come in from Wormhole Society at all. They have 2 Leshaks worth of damage. They shouldn't be like out tracking themselves against Shield Nighthawks who've been tackled. So I'm not sure what happened there. This Armageddon also was playing far too defensively. He was at the back at 40, chilling, minding his own business, while he should have been with the Leshaks as well, maybe a little bit behind, but not necessarily.
Right now, we can see the Scimitars dying to the Pontifex, the Hecate, and the Armageddon drones. They should have done this so much earlier.
Absolutely, and if they would have killed the Simi a lot earlier, I think this match would have gone far different. Honestly, Wormhole Society now losing their Armageddon, but they do lose the Simi. We have Nighthawk and 3 broadswords versus the 2 Thalias, the Vedmax, and the Pontifex. This could be a comeback if they play it really right. Thalia now is being tackled, but Nighthawk is using Ham, so it's not going to apply just as well with the Thalia. But I'm not sure. This is still up for debate, but if I had to put my cards on it, I'd go for blue here. They still have most of their DPS, while red has lost their core.
Yeah, Wormhole Society is just a lot of freaks on the support wing. They don't really have much they can kill the Fraternity team with. And the Fraternity have the broadswords with the long range scram, so they actually have a lot of control over what's going on. Like if Wormhole Society get adding close, they're just going to get scrammed and then they can't move away again.
Yeah, it looks like
you want to get stuck when the Ham Nighthawk is going to do 1000 DPS to you.
Yeah, it does look like the Thalias were after benefit, but the first Thalia just dropped completely without his buddy wrapping him. And yeah, I think blue is going to clean this up. I think Fraternity stabilized now. They did lose their Simi, but that Armageddon really put the crutch into them. Put the nail in the coffin, as they say. Nighthawk tackle now, but too little, too late. I think a lot of mistakes were made here, and I think Wormhole Society could very much have won this fight if they decided to go in for that Simi first.
Yeah, so Loriseko of Hard Knocks said in Twitch chat that they would evict Wormhole Society if they lost to Fraternity. So this is not looking good at all for Wormhole Society, but we'll see if they're actually going to follow up on this.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But for now, it looks like is this Nighthawk? Even if they kill the Nighthawk, they still have to kill 3 broadswords, and they did lose their second Thalia now, so they may get the morale of killing the Nighthawk, but 3 broadswords and the Skybreaker left versus the Vedmak, Pontifex, and the Heke. It's going to be close, but I'm still going to give blue on this one.
They're losing the Hecate, and after that, the only DPS is the Vedmak and the Purifier, and the broadswords can handle that. Yep. I have no doubt in that.
Claw going down now. Hecate is in half armor, but he's getting some rep bots, so he's going to survive a little bit longer. Nighthawk is in structure, and he will go down eventually. He's got the Hecate on. There we go. So we have 3 broadswords versus the Vedmak and a Hecate's worth of DPS and a Purifier. Broadswords have fairly large sig radius considering they are a cruiser, they are a high. But I think this probably will go to time. But handily, blue has far more points than red. They have 30 seconds left. Hecate is about to hit structure now. Yeah, not looking good.
Yes, broadswords are also quite tanky choosers, so they have a lot of HP they have to burn through. And they need to kill at least 2 of them, I believe.
Yeah, broadswords are extremely tanky. They are the interdictor cruisers, so they are supposed to be very tanky. And the Pontifex is also going down now, so I do not think they'll have enough damage to finish this broadsword, or they might be able to kill this Pontifex in 1 second. Ooh, I think that Pontifex actually died before the timer. So it looks like Fraternity are going to take this one, 87-63. Wormhole Society, this was a winnable match. Let's take it back to the booth.